Hello everyone, welcome back to the Advanced Java Tutorials. This is Ashwini, Senior Trainer from Unikaksha. In this video, I will explain you about the different steps required to connect with the JDBC. So, here I am going to explain you each and every step with syntax for connecting to the database with JDBC. So, in the first step, you have to install or locate the database which you want to access with JDBC for your application. The second thing is you have to import JDBC packages. Here, I am going to explain you how to write the import statements and what is exact requirement of importing the JDBC packages. The third thing I'll tell you that is how to load the driver. For that, which method we are using and what is the syntax of that method we are going to see in detail. Then the next step is creating the connections. After that, I will tell you how to create a statement and execute the queries. Then after, the most important step, that is how to close the already opened connection. So let's get started with the very first step, that is installing or locating the database which you want to access. So whenever you have decided to connect your application with the database by using JDBC, then the very first thing comes, that is you have to install or locate the particular database which you want to access. Then after, the second step comes, that is importing the JDBC packages. Importing JDBC libraries means making the JDBC API classes immediately available to the application program. Depending on the application's requirement and the features being used, you need to import different JDBC packages. Here, two examples are given. In the first example, if you want to include all the SQL libraries with your Java application, then the first statement is used, that is import java.sql.star. Star means you are going to call all the libraries related to SQL. Okay, and the second step, that is I have written different statements related to access a particular library to my program. So these are the two ways how you can import the JDBC packages. The next thing is register the appropriate driver class. For registering the appropriate driver, you require to use forName method. Java forName method returns the class object which is associated with the class or interface with the given name in the parameter as a list. Here is the syntax specified for writing the forName method. For example, if you need to use Oracle driver in your Java program to establish the database connection, then the forName method can be written as class.forName. Then in bracket, you have to specify oracle.jdbc.driver.oracle driver. So here you are going to specify the complete class name. Then the next step is how to create a connection. So once you have decided and completed selection of the driver, then the next thing comes, that is you have to establish the connection. For establishing the connection, you are going to use getConnection method. GetConnection method can be used in these two ways. So basically the getConnection method of driver manager class is used to establish a connection with the database. The getConnection method creates a connection object which is used to create SQL statements, send them to the database and process the results. The driver manager class tracks the available drivers and handles the connection request between the appropriate driver and databases or the database servers. The URL parameter of the getConnection method is nothing but it is a database URL that specifies the database connectivity mechanism. Here I have given one example for connecting with the databases. So in this example, thin refers to the driver type. Localhost is where the Oracle database is running. Then 1521, it is nothing but your port number which is used to connect with the database. SID is a system identifier. then system is a username and passwd is the password. Once the connection is obtained, we can interact with the database. The JDBC statement, callable statement, and prepared statement interfaces defines the methods and properties that enables you to send SQL or PLSQL commands and receive the data from the databases. They also define methods to help breach data type differences between your Java and SQL data types used in the database. Now, once the connection has been established, the next step comes, that is, create a statement and execute the queries to access data from your database. For that, here I have written the syntax for create statement method. So the create statement method of connection is used to create the statement. The object of statement is responsible to execute the queries with the databases. Then, if you want to access the data from database, then the next step comes, that is, you have to execute the particular query by using execute query method. So here is the syntax given for execute query method. Now, as shown in the example, the execute query method of the statement interface is used to execute queries to the database. This method returns the object of result set that can be used to get all records of the table. In front of you, in the example, I have written a query that is select star from EMP. Now, EMP is a name of table and select star from indicates that you are going to select all records from the EMP table by using the result set object. At last, after all the transactions with the database, you have to close connection. Since Java 7, JDBC has ability to try with the resources statement to automatically close the resources of the type connection, result set, and the statement. It avoids explicit connection closing step. So, this was all about the required steps for connecting your Java application with the databases by using JDBC. If you want to learn more about advanced Java concepts, then stay tuned with Unikaksha. For more details, visit our website www.unikaksha.com. Thank you so much.